Tonight on Global TV News Prime. Salah celebration, federal government declares June 6 and 9, 2025 public holidays. Essential commodities surge in price ahead of Salah celebration. On the foreign scene, Russia, Ukraine to swap 12,000 dead soldiers, agree partial ceasefire. And finally in sports tonight, Kovacic out of Club World Cup after surgery. Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Uyi Agmofwegbe, reminding our viewers that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times 276. You can download Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our 247 broadcast. Tonight, we begin by telling you the federal government has declared Friday, June 6 and Monday, June 9, 2025 as public holidays to mark this year's Eid al-Adha celebration. This was announced by Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, in a statement issued on behalf of the federal government. The minister congratulated all Muslims in Nigeria and the diaspora on the occasion, urging the Ummah to continue to embody the spirit of sacrifice, obedience, and faith, while urging them to use their Eid period to pray for the peace, unity, and prosperity of the country. In a related development, President Bola Tinubu has, through the office of the First Lady of Nigeria, given bags of 50 kg rice and cows to the Abuja National Mosque for distribution to those in need within local Muslim communities. The initiative was outlined by the acting chairman of the Mosque's Distribution Committee, Professor Lukman Zakaria, is intended to support individuals during the Eid al-Kabir celebration. Speaking to reporters during the distribution exercise at the Abuja National Mosque, Professor Zakaria, who also serves as one of the imams of the mosque, explained that the committee adhered to previous distribution protocols to ensure that the items reached deserving recipients. Ahead of the 2025 Anambra State governorship election, the National Working Committee of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, has called on President Bola Tinubu to ensure a free and fair electoral process in the state. Speaking in Abuja during the presentation of a certificate of return and party flag to the party's governorship candidate, John Chuma Owosu, National Chairman of the party, Chief Ralph Owosu, appealed to President Tinubu to uphold democratic principles and allow the people's will prevail. He further urged the president to preserve the independence of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and support local businesses, warning that ongoing political manipulation of monetary policies is harmful to both the economy and democracy. Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to President Bola Tinubu, Bayo Onanuga, says Nigerians will soon experience a reduction in the cost of living as the effects of the administration's economic reforms start to materialize. Speaking to newsmen in Lagos, Onanuga stated that the positive effects of Tinubu's policies would soon be felt across all segments of national development. He further highlighted that the president has not only introduced progressive reforms, but also tackled challenges that previous administrations had avoided. Elsewhere, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has lauded President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, stating that it is already delivering tangible results across key sectors of the economy. Kalu made the declaration during the inauguration of the 20,000 members of the Renewed Hope Partners in Bende local government area of Abia State. The event also witnessed the defection of numerous Young Progressives Congress members to the All Progressives Congress APC. Speaking at the event, the Deputy Speaker emphasized that the Renewed Hope agenda is not just a slogan, but a comprehensive blueprint for Nigeria's progress, citing achievements in economic growth, inflation control, infrastructure, and national inclusion. The All Progressives Congress APC has dismissed the allegations by former Minister of Youth and Sports Development Solomon Dalong, alleging that a powerful cabal has taken over President Bola Tinubu's government. The National Secretary of the APC, Ajibola Bashiru, criticized Dalong's credibility and his performance as a former minister. Dalong, in an interview, had stated that he foresaw the developments even before Tinubu's inauguration 2 years ago. And beyond Nigeria now, Saudi authorities say it has prevented more than 269,000 individuals without official permits from entering Mecca ahead of this year's Hajj pilgrimage. The move came as part of a broader effort to control overcrowding and ensure safety during the annual Islamic ritual. The Interior Ministry stated that the measure targets both foreign nationals and Saudi residents attempting to perform Hajj without authorization. The National Association of Polytechnic Students has called for the legislative upgrade of polytechnics to degree awarding institutions. In a statement signed by its president, Comrade Eshofune Ogaya, the association says the upgrade will resolve the lingering dichotomy between higher national diploma, HND, and Bachelor of Science holders. The students further proposed a student insurance scheme, mental health awareness campaigns, and improved campus security measures as part of their policy advocacy. The Federal High Court chapter of the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, JUSUN, has locked out judges, lawyers, staff, and litigants from accessing the court following the indefinite strike declared by its national body. Judges, staff, lawyers, litigants, and members of the public say they were denied access as business activities in and around the courts were paralyzed as the court's headquarters, located along Shehu Shagari Way in Abuja, revealed that all the entrance gates into the high-rise building were under lock. The Judiciary National Body had on May 30, in a circular by its acting National Secretary, MJ Akwashiki, asked all its chapters chairmen to, effective midnight Sunday, June 1, direct all their members to stay at home. Let's turn to other stories for you tonight. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has predicted thunderstorms and rains from today to Wednesday across the country. The agency's weather outlook released in Abuja envisaged morning thunderstorms on Monday with rains over parts of Taraba, Kaduna, Gombe, Bauchi, Kebbi, Sokoto, Katsina, Jigawa, and Kano states in the northern region. The agency further stated that there are prospects of thunderstorms with rain over parts of Taraba, Kaduna, Sokoto, Borno, Kebbi, and Zamfara states later in the day. Global Television will continue to keep you posted on weather outlook for cities across Nigeria and beyond. You're watching the live broadcast of News Prime tonight with Uyi Agmofwegbe. When the rest of the news returns shortly, federal government's gas-powered vehicle scheme runs into major hitch nationwide. We have those details for you from the world of business as well as foreign and sports stories just right after this break. Please do stay with us. We appreciate you stayed with us here on the news. The rest of it now returns with business, where ahead of the Salah celebration, the prices of staple food items and other household commodities have gone up. This increase in the prices of staple foods like rice, beans, and maize have been largely attributed to high costs of transportation. Our business correspondent Samuel Odi was in the market to feel the pulse of Nigerians and now completes the story.
Over the years, Salah celebration comes with wild excitement as Muslim faithfuls prepare to celebrate the season in a grand style. But this year's Salah tends to come with a mixed reaction as many residents within the Federal Capital Territory are already lamenting the high cost of food items in the market. They are, however, left with no choice but to adjust their budget, reduce their food intake, or seek alternative source of income.
For some weeks now, the price of the things in the market are normal. It's not too high. At least we can afford it. It's not that cost like before.
Yeah.
But because of this Salah, some things like pepper, tomatoes, all those things that we use in doing Salah, that is the only thing that high.
Yeah.
Yes, but other things are still normal.
Things are expensive. Before this set of yarn like this, you get it 5,000, 10,000. Or 15. Now you can even hear it saying 17,000, last 16,000.
I say it's normal. Everything is going up. Things are expensive. Prices have been high. So I don't think it is Salah.
They're not really better. They are not. What did I even just price now that is like off the roof for me? So I can't really say they've gotten better. And the market is a bit scanty today too. So we're like struggling over the few things, unlike how the market usually is. Yes, usually like very full. So, but we are hopeful.
While sellers are struggling to maintain their profit margins, consumers are looking for affordable alternatives in order not to exceed their budget.
I think the government need to do more things because things are getting expensive the more. We cannot afford anything. We look at it now, we are in the market. There are no buyer. It's only these people that are selling that are much in the market. People cannot buy because there's no money. We don't even understand the government at all.
My brother, the prices of things are so crazy. Like, it's so scary that when you come out like this to sell, you're not sure of what to do. I mean, what the day will bring because of the prices. Today you hear 1,000, for example, tomorrow you hear 2,000. So those things are the challenges we are having. And I believe where these things are coming from is the issue of petrol, that is fuel. If the fuel can come back at least, we know it's very difficult, but if it can come to at least 500 naira, things will change. Which 500 naira normally in this country is already expensive. You get my point. But if it can come to that level, there are going to be a change of prices in the market, and people will feel good.
Doyan ya riga ya yi tsada yanzu. In mun je sowa haka ne muna sai da shi da tsada, muna so shi ya yi tsada da yawa.
It is obvious that food items are still on the rise. Nigerians have called for the president to intervene in this current situation. Samuel Odi, reporting for Global Television News.
Our business correspondent Samuel Odi, thank you for following developments for us. Samuel will continue to track developments for us regarding the Salah celebration as we count days to the big day. Let's turn to other stories for you in business. Gold prices have climbed sharply on Monday morning, rising by over 2% as escalating geopolitical tensions and renewed tariffs threat by U.S. President Donald Trump fueled demand for the precious metal as a safe haven asset. As of 9:57 a.m. Nigerian time, spot gold rose from $3,287.93 to $3,353.69 per ounce, marking a substantial increase in response to global uncertainty. The fragile truce between U.S. and China appears to be under strain, with both sides accusing each other of reneging on the commitments made in their recent agreement. And back home, industry stakeholders in compressed natural gas, CNG, say the federal government scheme designed to transition the country's vehicle transportation service industry away from fossil fuel to gas has encountered a major hitch. They said inadequate refill facilities and the gas itself across the country have become the users' and investors' nightmare in recent times, noting that in several states there is virtually zero presence of the CNG scheme, and in others with physical presence, including either non-existent or skeletal. Nigeria's external reserves have declined in the first 4 months of 2025, standing at $37.9 billion at the end of April. This decline is attributed to a significant drop in crude oil prices, which fell by 16.74% this year from $73.29 per barrel on January 2nd to $62.78 per barrel as of May 31. The decline in oil prices is linked to the decision by the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, and allies, including Russia, to increase production by nearly 1 million barrels per day from April to June. The ongoing decline in oil prices is shaped by a delicate balance of supply-side adjustments, demand uncertainties, and strategic maneuvers from influential players like Saudi Arabia. Let's take you to the foreign scene tonight. Russia today offered Ukraine a partial 2 to 3 day ceasefire, and both will also exchange 6,000 dead soldiers each. Russia had rejected an unconditional ceasefire. These are some of the happenings at the peace negotiations between the two sides in Istanbul today, according to a Kiev negotiator, Sergei Klystia. Britain has announced it will build 12 new attack submarines, as it is set to unveil a major defense review to deal with growing Russian aggression and the changing nature of warfare. Prime Minister Keir Starmer says there is greater instability on defense and security than there has been for several years, as well as greater threats. He stated that his Labour government will later publish a strategic defense review, a document that will assess threats facing the UK and make recommendations. And now time to take it further into the foreign scene. Well, we'll bring you that updates on the foreign scene later, but let's turn to sport for you. The international friendly between Nigeria's former Super Falcons and the indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon will now be held tomorrow at the MKO Abiola Sports Arena in Abeokuta, Ogun State capital, after the Confederation of African Football (CAF) rejected a proposed shift to Monday. The Super Falcons, who had earlier announced the rescheduling of the tie via their official X handle, confirmed the reversal just yesterday. CAF did not approve the revised dates of Monday, June 2nd, as proposed by the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, and the Cameroonian Football Federation, prompting a reversion to the earlier schedule. Manchester City have announced that Mateo Kovacic has undergone surgery on an Achilles injury and will miss the FIFA Club World Cup. The Croatian midfielder, 31, played 42 games for the Premier League club during the recently concluded season, scoring 7 goals. Still talking sports, Portuguese giants Benfica are the latest club to be linked with KRC Genk striker Tulu Arokodare. Arokodare has been linked with top clubs in Germany, France, and Premier League following a stellar campaign for Genk. The forward scored 21 goals to finish top scorer in Belgium in the 2024-2025 season. And that's how we end News Prime tonight. But again, let's take a look at some of our big stories. The federal government has declared Friday, June 6 and Monday, June 9, 2025 as public holidays to mark this year's Eid al-Adha celebration. In business, ahead of the Salah celebration, the prices of staple food items and other household commodities have gone up. On the foreign scene, Russia has offered Ukraine a partial 2 to 3 day ceasefire, and both will also exchange 6,000 dead soldiers each. And finally, in sports, we told you Manchester City have announced that Mateo Kovacic has undergone surgery on an Achilles injury and will miss the FIFA Club World Cup. And that's a wrap on News Prime here on Global TV tonight. Thank you so very much for watching. Before we go, we'd love to remind our viewers that Global Television is on DSTV, channel 365 and Star Times 276. We urge you to kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen, including using @Global TV NG. You can download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices from their respective stores, so you can stay connected with us 24/7. I am Uyi Agmofwegbe, thanking you on behalf of my amazing colleagues who have made tonight's news broadcast possible.